Hi, Ms. Kosanovic's class. I wanted to take this opportunity to talk up some books for you. So remember, you can check them out from the physical library or from our online platform, Overdrive Sora. So in this book talk, I'm going to talk up some high interest books that are available either from our library or via Overdrive. So first up, I'm going to go to the physical library. So if you go to Academics and Libraries, and then you click on East Campus. Hopefully you enjoyed the last video that showed you how to check out either book. Okay, remember I'm already logged in, so you may have to click login if you need to and just put in your Leiden account information. So the first one I'm actually going to talk about is that unlikely hero of room 13B that you probably saw in the first video. And you remember you could just click on it. And you see this one only gives you a little bit of information about what the book is about. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about it, give you some more information. So it's about a main character named Adam, and he meets a girl named Robin at a support group for kids that have OCD. So OCD is obsessive compulsive disorder, and as you can see right here on the cover of the book, you'll see like different like wadded up pieces of paper. Somebody that has an obsessive compulsive disorder, if you don't know what that is basically someone that needs to have everything really organized. And the word obsessed means they're really fixated or focused on it. And if it is not a certain way, they get like a lot of anxiety and nervousness if it's not like all in a line. So that's why the cover is really nice to explain that. So Adam and Robin is a girl he meets at a support group. So he's trying to like cope with having OCD, and he falls in love with Robin. But he becomes determined to protect her, so he gets a little obsessive about it. But it's hard for him to make a move because he's trying to cope with having OCD. He has divorced parents, and he also is like dealing with like new step siblings and everything like that. So his mom, something else that's crazy is his mom starts to receive threatening letters, and he starts to notice that. So he's got a lot of stress going on in his life. And so the question is he going to be the unlikely hero in room 13B? Check this one out today. Next up is a nonfiction book. It's a collection of essays by Susan Cookland, and it's about teenagers who come to the United States. They've lived here for most of their lives, their entire lives, but they're actually most of their entire lives, but they're not U.S. citizens. And so you'll see 9 teenagers, and they write their stories. They come from Colombia, Mexico, Ghana, independent Samoa, and Korea, so a wide array around the world. And when they came to U.S., they're hopeful of a good education and a violent and poverty-free life. But it also means they've left their homelands and their identity. So even though they've been here for most of their lives, they're still, still part of their homeland as well. So that is We Are Here to Stay. And then the next one is a thriller. It's back here. This sounds really cool. It's called The Waning Age. And so they only give you a little bit of information here, but it's really cool, you guys. So it's set in San Francisco. It's supposed to be like present day, but this world is a little bit different. So the protagonist is named Natalia Pena, and she's a teenager who works as a hotel maid. So she loves martial arts and cares for her 11-year-old brother Calvino, and his nickname is Cal. This is a different world than the one we live in. As I said before, when children become teenagers, they start to wane. So that, the title is The Waning Age. So right about Calvino's age, 11, 12, 13, they start to wane. And what wane means is that they lose their ability to feel emotions, which, as you, a teenager, knows, you have tons of emotions right now. So this is quite the opposite of our world. And the problem in this book is that Cal, her little brother, isn't waning. He still has all of these emotions. So a mysterious corporation kidnaps him for testing. And Natalia, who has also supposed to wane, she's a teenager. She can't believe how crushed she is by this, and she's going to start doing anything to save her brother. So see if she can save him and reveal the truth about waning. Okay, I'm going to go to Sora. So any of those books, you can go to the the East cafeteria, and you check them out, put them on hold, and then you'll be able to get them that way. We're going to go to Overdrive Sora in case you want to read some books online. And here are some books here. Sorry, this is spring into a new book. We're going to have to change the thing for fall. But sorry, it's still saying that. So this one I found a couple days ago, and I think it's a pretty interesting one. It's called Bent Heavens. And I wanted to look at it because this is an odd librarian thing, but I thought it was cool because the E was backwards, so I'm like, okay. They say never judge a book by its cover, but book covers I think are super cool. So in Bent Heavens, these are much nicer descriptions than Sora. They really take you through it. So remember, you can borrow, you can read a sample, and what's also nice is they give you more like it right here. Okay. So, in Bent Heavens, you'll meet Liv Fleming, whose father went missing 2 years ago. This was just after he claimed to have been abducted by aliens. Liv believes her father to be dead, but she still likes to go to the forest and look at her father's old alien traps with her best friend Doug. On the very day she decides to destroy the traps, they find a strange creature and realize her dad was telling the truth. You guys, she finds an alien! Find out if she turns the creature into the authorities or if she seeks out finding her dad. Next up, I wanted to do All American Boys. Okay. This is in lieu of what happened this summer. It was more of the spring summer with George Floyd. I think this book really links to that incident, except that it's about teenagers. So next is All American Boys by Jason Reynolds and Brendan Kiley. So in this groundbreaking novel, Rashad, a black teen, visited his corner store for a bag of chips. A white cop sees him and wrongly thinks he's a shoplifter. The incident becomes more and more intense as the cop beats Rashad as he rightly claims his innocence. There was a witness, Quinn Collins, a white teenager who knows Rashad and has been raised by the white cop since his own father died as a soldier in Afghanistan. See the different sides of the story as the media takes over in this book, and see which truth ultimately wins out. Okay, finally, I thought that this one, when I looked at the homepage, this one kind of like, these two right here, Took and the girl in the locker room kind of was like, jumped out right at me because it was kind of creeped me out. And so sometimes that makes me want to read the book because it's a ghost story. So this is really scary stuff, guys. But really quick reads because it's so suspenseful. So finally, how about a spooky ghost story? In Took, Mary Downing Hahn invites us into the scary world of a ghost witch, Old Auntie. Legend has it, Old Auntie likes to take little girls for 50 years. And time's coming for a new one. Even though Daniel doesn't believe the story, he begins to notice his little sister changing as she begins talking to her look-alike doll instead of playing with other children. She disappears in the woods one day, and Daniel believes the ghost witch took her. Find out what happens in this thriller. Okay, guys, so that's it for the book talk. I hope you find something you like. Borrow, hold. Remember, you can email me if you need anything at gkeneva@leiden212.org. Thanks. Have a great Leiden Pride Day.